His thoughts and opinions don't matter. He's pushing Project 2025, which threatens to take away the rights of millions of Americans all across the country. Project 2025 is disgusting, all right? And that's just the beginning. So, it's been a while since I've actually covered like any breaking news or anything like that. And while this didn't make like national headlines or anything, it certainly made the rounds on Twitter. So bear with me as I tried to do a not lazy react segment for a second. I don't know like incredibly much about the situation, but I know enough to know that apparently gay furries have hacked the Heritage Foundation. Now, what's the Heritage Foundation? Basically, they're a bunch of really bad people who came up with Project 2025 and pretend to be like a legitimate institution that does anti-trans research and such, and anti-gay research. So they're bad people, and they were just hacked by gay furries, which I think is pretty funny. So let's take a look at what we got going on here. I don't know, like I said, I don't know much about the situation, so I'm going to be learning with you guys, whether you're in the chat right now or on YouTube watching after the fact. Final hack, and then it's got a little squiggle that the cute people like to use. Over the past 7 days, we have released a hack every day. From NATO to Israel, we attacked many. We have one more gift for you all. It's 1 minute till midnight, so I'll start the show, squiggle. We hacked the Heritage Foundation, and then it's got a little :3. Holy moly. The Heritage Foundation is a conservative think tank in America, among the most influential public policy organizations. This organization is responsible for leading Project 2025, an authoritarian Christian nationalist plan to reform the United States government. Project 2025 threatens the rights of abortion, healthcare, and LGBTQ plus communities in particular, so of course we won't stand for that. We have gained access to the Heritage Foundation's database with user data, logs, and other juicy info. We also access 200 plus gigabytes of other, mostly useless files in their server. These useless files won't be leaked. Mew mew, I wonder what would happen if we leaked the passwords, email addresses, and full names of every user, :3. Every U.S. government employee, even the Heritage President Kevin Roberts, be gay, do crime. And there's the link to the leak. And then you have email here that allows them to get in touch. Thank you to Verdi for greatly helping us with this hack. Love gay furry hackers. Hashtag op trans rights. Thank you everyone who has supported us. We have an important announcement coming soon. I don't know who exactly, sorry, it says at the top here. Siege Sec, apparently. I don't know who Siege Sec is, but they seem pretty cool to me. Yes, the Heritage Foundation, indeed. Everyone say thank you, gay furries. Thank you, gay furries. Everyone say thank you. Thank you, gay furries. Common furry W, indeed. Furries as the great savior of the 21st century was not on my bingo card. We'll see. We'll see what comes of this. I'm not sure if this has actually had any effects yet. Okay, so the next thing I got, and I don't know any of what this is. Like, I scrolled through it and I'm like, this is nonsense to me. But we're going to try to see what we can glean out of it. This is from Jackie Singh, Hacking But Legal. I am reviewing this alleged hack of the Heritage Foundation. I have identified very embarrassing data within this data set. Why so many Chinese IP addresses? Interesting. So I'm not entirely sure about the implication there. I guess it's just like interesting, that, people who claim to be so anti-China would have like Chinese IP addresses. I don't know if that's like at all relevant, but it's interesting. So she says this, I believe this is a she/her. She says the zipped file contains one single file, daily-single_dev_database_new.sql. This appears to be a combined set of exports from an SQL database. Here are the first lines, and you can see it here. I don't know exactly what any of this means, but if you do, you're more than welcome to take a look. Furries are also really good writers. Seriously, Adastra is so good that the ending made me cry. That doesn't surprise me. Furry hackers have been super based the past few years. I think that's been on screen long enough. So if you're watching the YouTube video, you can pause it. I don't know what any of that means, but you're more than welcome to look at it for yourself. Jackie goes on, because this is a combined export, parentheses likely from the command line, of various tables, the file is not readable by a typical SQL editor and needs to be split into pieces to make it so. I'd rather just turn it into CSV chunks to start cleaning up the data set for further analysis. There are 215,000 lines or so in the WordPress comments table. As you can see, comment_author_IP is available, which is broadly useful to get a sense of where people posting replies to the Heritage blog are coming from in the world. Oh, interesting. Okay. I can understand that. So a lot of the people from the Heritage Foundation blog are coming from China, which is interesting. It's just like they're supposed to be based in America, so I don't understand what's going on there. After creating a CSV chunk with only the WP comments table, now I can view columns and extract their content as needed, blah, 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 blah. I don't know what any of this means. Data set was a little dirty and hassle to clean up. Sample geolocations from the first 100 IPs. These are sorted low to high, and many Asia-based net blocks start with the number 1. Doxes bigots cutely, this story. Ooh woo, doxes your fascist. Ooh woo. Furry are good writers. I can testify, although biased. I'm sure they write fantastic. I mean, it's just like any other group of people, right? You got great writers, and then you have like your DeviantArt tier, like, you know, looks like it was written by 12-year-old type writers, but you know. China involved in far-right psyops in the US. Why am I not surprised? It is interesting, right? Because the right wing is claiming to be against China so heavily, and yet it seems like a lot of this is coming from China. So the call is coming from inside the house, my friends. Almost as if there's a conservatism problem in China. Yeah. Spies in the data set. Here's an example of the fun we can have here. Match suspicious comments to suspicious IP addresses. Here we have Clint, who asks, I am not sure who told you that quote, space-based interceptors present the best option for a boost phase missile defense, end quote. Can you point me to a technical study? This Air Force XAF officer says the opposite is true, that space-based missile defense is not feasible. Links. So I'm confused. It seems space-based missile defense is not the most sensible thing to do. If you have any other information to share on this issue, that would be good. Thanks. Clint made this particular comment from an IP address originating from Kathmandu, Nepal. Okay, so just casually talking about space-based interceptors. James Smith at diversity.com commented in 2011 during the Obama presidency, no, grog help us. At this point, all sanity has been lost by the big O. However, Jim was located in Hong Kong. Now, isn't that interesting? Why would this guy be commenting on Heritage about U.S. politics? Doesn't look like he worked out of Hong Kong in the past. Possible, but weird, don't you think? He wasn't working at that company when the comment was supposedly posted. What's going on here? I have no idea. This is a bit too 5D chess for me, I'll be honest. But from what it looks like, it seems like there are outside influencers within the Heritage Foundation working toward their goals, which is the opposite of what you'd expect, really, from an organization such as them. 69, nice, 0.5K email addresses present within the complete data set. You can find the link there. Linked below is a statistical breakdown of the domain names associated within all email addresses in the data set. Stacking and counting are basic analytical tools which can help analysts identify outliers. I don't know what that means. I don't know the relevance of this. Sorry. I have a script running to grab geolocation information and will tweet when it finishes. Those working at big companies with access to certain commercial tools can do this more quickly than I can. The hacker here, let's just skip over to here. The hacker group claiming responsibility for this action has released new information on their Telegram channel. Here we go. It has been 28 hours since we released the database of the Heritage Foundation. First, we'd just like to say thank you all for the immense support. It's greatly appreciated. Many articles, news stories, and social media posts about this breach have caught the attention of many people. One of these people happens to be the executive director of the Heritage Foundation's oversight project, Mike Howell. Now, you may know Mike Howell is the guy who said, the second revolution will be bloodless if the left allows it. He said this very recently. I'll probably, you know what? Actually, let's just pull it up right now. We'll just make it easy. Oh, he's the president of the Heritage Foundation. It's still relevant.
In spite of all this nonsense from the left, we are going to win. We're in the process of taking this country back. We are in the process of the Second American Revolution, which will remain bloodless if the left allows it to be.
So basically, that's just an open threat, right? Like, there's no other way to put it. That's just saying that, you know, if you put up resistance, we will kill you. They're willing to kill you. So at that point, you know, I don't really know. I don't really care if people hack them. It doesn't matter. Like, you know, it's doing a net good to hack them, basically. Anyway, back to Mike Howell. He reached out to us at first to ask questions to understand our motives and why we breached his organization. Then he proceeded to throw insults, threats, and claimed our existence was against nature. Imagine debate broing a hacker. They get done hacking you and you're like, well, tippy taps on keyboard. Your existence is against nature. It's unnatural. Like, are you kidding me? You just got hacked, man. Like, what do you think you're gonna do? Oh, yeah, you're right, bro. Like the gay furry hacker's just like, man, you're right. Sorry. And they just like throw in the towel. Yeah, I'm sure that's how it works. He did look like a deep fake. It was really weird. Yucky threats by yucky people. Indeed. For the Chinese IPs, do you think it could be tied to the cults that owned Epoch Times? I know they're in bed with the US far right and they're anti-communist China. I have no idea. I'm not going to comment on that. I'm not going to comment on that. Shaveska says that it seems like a far speculation, so I'm going to stick with that. List of the administrators. What's this? Ah, Maria Souza, Kelsey Bowler, Ken McIntyre, Edge, Joshua Barlow. Interesting. Okay, so we just got a list of administrators. Very nice. Siege Sect claims to have officially disbanded. Uh-oh. The time has come for Siege Sect to disband. Yes, this is a sudden announcement. We plan to disband later today or tomorrow, but given the circumstances, I believe it's best we do so now for our own mental health, the stress of mass publicity, and to avoid the eye of the FBI. I've been considering quitting cybercrime lately, and the other members have agreed it's time to let Siege Sect rest for good. In the past, I have tried quitting cybercrime a few times, and I've always been unable to fully quit. This time, hopefully, I am able to stay away from it for my own well-being. We may not be a cyber criminal group anymore, but we will always be hackers and always fighting for the rights of others. Within the past week, we have posted the last of our breaches every day. We hope you enjoy all of it. We also have a couple more private breaches that have been sent to journalists. They'll handle the rest from there. The channel, all leaks, and our community's chat will remain open. Feel free to join. Thank you, everyone. I've had an amazing time, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, it looks like they disbanded, unfortunately. Makes sense, though. I mean, the FBI is probably all over their ass. Updated download link. All right, so there you go. So that's about it from the Jackie Singh part of this. Logs will make Howell look just as terrible, trust me. Okay, let's take a look at what's going on with the logs. So this is from Mike Howell. Furries hacked the Heritage Foundation propelling Project 2025, which caused the executive director to reach out, and the chat logs are vile. So here we go. Let me move my stuff for this. All right, Mike Howell. Mike Howell, would you like to meet virtually or send an emissary to meet in person? Vio says, I would like to be left alone without my rights being threatened. Mike Howell, are you aware that you won't be able to wear a furry tiger costume when you're getting pounded in the ass in the federal prison I put you in next year? Hey, very nice from the, Party of Family Values, Mike Howell. Very good, very good. Good stuff. Bio says, such unprofessional language from an executive director. Would you mind if I shared this? Hey, there you go. I agree. Very unprofessional. Mike Howell says, please share widely. I hope the word spreads as fast as the STDs do in your degenerate furry community. Jesus Christ, man. It sounds like somebody's a little bit mad. I could be wrong here, but it sounds like Mike Howell is a little bit mad. Just a bit. We got the full logs here. This is Mike Howell of the Heritage Foundation's Oversight Project. I'd like to chat. Would you be willing to have a call or some other means of communication? Vio says, hello. Unfortunately, I'm not able to call. I can only stick to text communication. If you have another platform that you'd prefer, I'm open to adapting how I can. Mike Howell says, this platform is fine. What is it that you are seeking or threatening? Vio says, we want to make a message and shine light on who exactly supports the Heritage Foundation. We don't want anything more than that, not money and not fame. We're strongly against Project 2025, and everything the Heritage Foundation stands for. Mike Howell says, that's why you hacked us, just for that? Vio says, yes, it should be obvious that's all we want based on our history as a hacktivist group. We don't seek money. Mike Howell says, okay, listen to me closely. We are in the process of identifying and outing members of your group. Reputations and lives will be destroyed. Closeted furries will be presented to the world for the degenerate perverts they are. Ugh, God. The only reason furries even need to be closeted is because of dipshits like this guy. You cannot hide. Your means are minuscule compared to mine. You now can either turn yourself in or you can cooperate. Vio says none of our members will be identified or outed by your organization built on hatred. The only ones deserving of a destroyed life are those within your organization. You want me to cooperate with what? Spreading misinformation and hatred? We won't turn against our own people. Whoa! That's a mic drop, baby. Very nice. Closeted furries, does he mean all of us? Like all 4+ million? Not everybody's closeted. Mike Howell says, your own people turned against nature. We will only accelerate the cycle. What do you mean turned against? If anything, they're going back to their roots, right? Because they're like returning to animal. I was going to say return to monkey, but there's monkeys, there's dogs and wolves and cats and whatnot. I mean, I don't know. It seems like they're more natural than we are. Vio says nature has no defined set of rules, no authority, just like it should be. Humans can do what they want and yet choose to support an organization to harm innocent people. Why? How can you justify this to yourself, knowing you're threatening the rights and lives of other human lives? The people you hate could be anyone, your friend, your mom, your sibling. That's true. A lot of people don't realize until it's too late that like the very group of people they've been ostracizing are within their own walls, right? And then, that causes all kinds of problems. Hopefully people change for the better, but that doesn't always happen. Mike Howell says, God created nature and nature's laws are vicious. It is why you have to put on a perverted animal costume to satisfy your sexual deviances. It is why you are forced to hide like a coward. You violated our rights and broke the law. You have no standing to discuss such matters. Dog, I don't give a about the Heritage Foundation's rights anymore. You can piss on it, dude. Your rights were forfeited when you proposed Project 2025. All right, sorry. Vio says the rights your org violates will be 10 times worse than any crime I've committed. You do not follow God if you use religion as a crutch to hate people. While I hide behind a screen to fight for my rights, you hide behind religion to attack the rights of others. I agree. And then we have the next part that we've already read. Furry costume, such unprofessional language. Please share widely. Vio says meow. Post an image of a cat. Mike Howell says bestiality is a weird sin. It shows you've gone a few clicks too far in trying to satiate your deviant appetite. Now, this is a common misconception. Furries are not engaging in bestiality. And as a group, I should say, obviously every group has those degenerate members who engage in bestiality, okay? Furries are one of many groups that have such members that do such things. You know, that happens in every group of people. Furries hate the zoophiles. I've seen it for myself, yeah. I've seen it. Vio, what's your opinion on Vor? No, I don't think he has. Mike Howell says, my advice is that you get out of mommy's basement, iron your shirt, buy a girl a drink, and ask her out instead of Googling new deviances for you to fixate on. This is so weird. Dog, you got hacked. These people are not interested in negotiating with you, man. This is like basement dweller Reddit behavior. He's sitting here like debate broing this guy and saying, hey, why don't you get out of mommy's basement? It's like, dog, you're literally doing that thing. The only reason you're not in mommy's basement right now is because you have money, like blood money, you know, like money that you shouldn't have because you don't deserve it. You know, probably trust fund money if I had to guess. I don't know. I don't know where Mike Howell gets all of his money from, but it's not any place good. Theo says, BRB, I'm writing a post about you. Would you like me to immediately post your docs publicly or tease it for a little while first? Holy shit. Damn. They were not f***ing around. Mike Howell says, whatever you prefer. I'm tied up with the FBI issuing a 2702 order on your social media. You aren't that sneaky for your line of work. Screenshot of our Bitcoin wallet's transactions. Theo, OMG, you learned how to look up the public history of my Bitcoin address. Good job, pal. I'm proud. And that's the end of that interaction. So there you go. Mike Howell is a loser who thinks that furries are perverts and nature and anti-nature or whatever. I don't know. It doesn't matter. His thoughts and opinions don't matter. He's pushing Project 2025, which threatens to take away the rights of millions of Americans all across the country, including the right to access abortion, the right to dress up in fun animal costumes if you're a furry, the right to be trans, the right to be openly gay, all kinds of things. Project 2025 is disgusting, all right? And that's just the beginning. Like, if you guys want to deep dive into Project 2025, I know that Neko Saris is doing a great one. You can go watch his videos about it. It's not good, guys. It's really, really not good. So I fully support this 100%. Very good gay furries. Well done. Honestly, well done. Very good from the gay furries. And I hope they, they can't keep it up now. They're disbanded, unfortunately. But I do hope that, more comes of this. I hope that they unlock some juicy details besides the fact that a lot of these IPs are in Asian countries. Because I feel like that's a good start. But I really want to get into the nitty gritty. I want to see what these people have been talking about to each other. You know what I mean? Like, I want the details. I want the receipts. So hopefully we get those in the near future. We'll see if anything else comes of this story. For right now, that's about it. I really didn't understand the nature comment. All laws of nature are human constructed, a set of rules that assist in understanding why things happen in the universe. It's fascist shit. It's fascist shit. That's all it is. They're fascists. They've kind of forfeited a piece of their soul for it, and there's not much to it. There's not much more to it. Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more, hit the notification bell to be notified when I upload. If you enjoy my content, you enjoy what I do, I really appreciate any financial help that I can get. Go to youtube.com/AlecGunterTTV/join. You got some awesome benefits, such as seeing early videos, awesome emotes that you can use in the comments of YouTube videos, and a sweet badge next to your name. So if that sounds interesting to you, I'd really appreciate if you join. It is cheaper than the cost of a blowjob from your mom. So with all that being said, thank you again for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.